Right now, for using these features, I want to open an AutoCAD file or a CAD file like this way, and it enables us to create the floors based on these layers. Watch the details of the floors. Here we got different kinds of floors, as you can see. For instance, here we got the finishings and the structural floors, slabs, and so on. Like this way. Here we got the structural floor and the 12 centimeters finishing floor or floor finishing. And again, we got the concrete structure and a 3 centimeters offset or distance. Following that, we got the concrete, and after the thermal layer, we got the concrete, and then the finish layer, as you can see, like tiles, like parquet, like ceramics, and so on. So for creating such a floor, firstly I want to insert the layers. Let me check the number of the layers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 layers. Okay. 4, 5, 6, 7. The core boundaries, as you remember, I should move them down and then I position it on the structure or on the slab. And then I want to set the others. And as you remember, for wraps, it does not work in floors since the finished layers cannot be wrapped. So let us specify the functions. Firstly, substrate. After that, substrate, thermal air layer, one more substrate, and finish, and finish 2, like this way. And then we have to specify their thicknesses. For instance, for substrate, 5 centimeters, and then for the substrate and thermal layer, we can have 3 centimeters like this, 10, 10, 10, 20. 10 centimeters for substrate, thermal layer, and also finish. And 3 centimeters for the finish layer, 1, and 1 centimeters for finish 2. Okay, and apply. Let's check it out. Right now, we got the floor based on the functions and the layers that we have added. Again, we want to specify the materials to each of the layers. For instance, here in substrate, I click on it and then I open the material browser. As usual, I want to use the default materials till we get to the material season or section, then we can talk about them. So let me choose concrete, or I can duplicate this like this way, and then I assign a name for it, whatever. I check use under appearance. We'll talk about the materials in the following sessions, guys. Don't worry about them. Here in the cut patterns, you can choose a new one, like this way. Again, for the next layer, I copy the concrete and then I paste it for substrate, and for thermal air layer, I'm gonna search for insulation. I choose one of the default ones, specifying black color. Apply and OK. Watch this. And then again, concrete on the thermal layer. And for the finished layer, I want to search for tile. However, we can specify other options. Tiles. I add this, use under appearance, apply, and here in the appearance, we can consider the dimensions. We click on the texture editor, and don't forget to click link texture transforms, since we use this texture in finish bumps. So when we check link texture transforms, then if we change the values of position and the scale, they will be applied on the others too. I mean on the other materials. So we're gonna consider 50 and 50, and since we got two tiles, we set 1000 in 1000. Down and okay, watch the texture of bump. We get the same scale because of the link texture transforms. Okay, then for the cut pattern, we click on it, then we choose a double C black block, and then for the foreground model, then I click on new pattern, tile 500s in 500s, crosshatch 0, 500s in 500s. Okay, then will be added. We specify the color and then apply and okay. Okay, watch the result. This is the floor and also the tiles of the finished layer. After doing this, again I open edit type. Here we got the default thickness and the function for the interior or exterior environments or spaces, that these are used in schedule table while you want to filter the elements or the floors. And I have added the usage myself. If you open manage tab, project parameters, you can add some new parameters, but for now I just wanted to talk about edit assembly in floors and the rest of them in the next sessions.